All right.
Ready for the
So
night
users-
ones.
Everybody is
It's right
now
now.
unmuted. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope you are all having a great night. Very happy to have you. I'm everybody's favorite Death Knight, Obsidia. Also the DM of this campaign. I'm back after 2 weeks of not streaming, as I had to get my Booba DLC installed, and that has been an ongoing troubleshooting process with various bugs. But hopefully it'll get straightened out by the by next quarter. So the plan for today is we are going to do the round of introductions as is tradition, plus announcements. Then we are going to do a brief session recap from 2 weeks ago, and we will just pick up from there. So I hope you're all doing great, and I think we'll start off, as is tradition, with our favorite little wizard kitty.
Hey. Hello, everyone. My name is Yulia. When I'm not playing a cat wizard, I am an elven princess knight. I go by Royal Knight VT on both Twitch and Twitter. And my birthday is this week, so if you play Final Fantasy, come on by on my little house, and we're gonna have a party. So it's gonna be a good time. Thank you very much.
The critically acclaimed MMORPG,
Yeah,
Final Fantasy 14.
Absolutely, the free trial and everything.
Wow, what a bargain. Since you're celebrating your birthday tomorrow, I will give you the official Obsidia happy birthday song while you're here.
Oh my, I'm so honored. Oh my goodness.
Here we go. I gotta get a more uppity mood for this. Happy birthday, happy birthday, beloved Yulia. There you go.
That was so cute. Thank you.
The official Obsidia happy birthday song. Whenever I find out about people's birthdays, I do it on stream. So it's best when I can get a live reaction in a voice call. So
I love that. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you did. Alrighty. So yeah, definitely be sure to go hang out with Yulia tomorrow and take pictures of yourselves and be cat boys and girls as far as the eye can see. Next up, we of course have our favorite feisty kitty, all fists, no smooch, Seth.
Okay, maybe a little smooch. Okay,
Just a
maybe
little smooch for the
A little
homies.
smooch on the forehead. Hi, I'm Sess. I'm also Sif, a living suit of armor. I'm not always a Brooklyn cat girl. Fortunately or unfortunately for you. I do art. I play games. I'm not streaming as much because I'm busy with IRL stuff, but I'll get back to it. I love you.
Aw.
I don't know where else to go with it. All right, go to my friend's birthday party tomorrow.
I was very confident about the Brooklyn cat girl for a moment. There was this, and I watched the Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing on Netflix, and they did this one fantasy movie, and there's this like hat that looks like it talks, and whenever they do the talking voice for it, it's like this really like Brooklyn voice. And so it just became this reoccurring joke of like I don't know why it was the crab, but it was the Brooklyn crab. And my roommate and I back then would just laugh our fucking asses off, just the Brooklyn crab. So that's all I can think right now. I totally forgot about that until right now. So
Can't believe you stole
thank
that,
you,
Sif.
Next up, we of course have
Mine
our
now.
favorite drama queen changeling, Kliff/nobody/paint.
Hi, I'm Litro /Kliff/paint/nobody. I like to play and Litra soon to be debuted.
I don't hear him actually talking.
No, I'm still here. Can you not hear me?
I hear him.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oops, I unplugged my headset.
Nope. Yeah.
I'm so
getting a
sorry
Litro
about
model.
that. I unplugged my headset when I was dancing about. I was like, why is Litro moving? But I'm not hearing him. Although I'm not hearing anybody. And then I was like,
too much birthday. Too much birthday.
Sorry, Litro. I will no longer cut you off. You can start from the beginning.
No problem. But yeah, all my names, blah blah blah, plus Litro, who I am getting a model made of and will be debuted soon. So keep an eye out for that. But on terms of things closer, I am doing D&D both this Friday and this Sunday. Sunday, by the way, we are going to have a special guest on D&D Comet Tales. Our special guest being Snurline Art, a wonderful artist. So please go check them out. But they will be joining us on Sunday. And also, yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to try and stream a bit more this week. But other than that, we're good.
Awesome. Yeah, you should definitely check out Litro. He's a great DM. Runs many games with literally everybody that is in this stream right now, playing different characters. They're pretty much all disaster gays in every one of them. So yeah, be sure to check him out. And then finally, last but certainly not least, our beloved Jubilee.
Hi everyone, I'm Maribelle. You can find me on my Twitch channel, Maribelle Bramble. I am currently a Hobbit VTuber, but we're working on some rebranding stuff to be a little more fantastical, a little more gender ambiguous. So yeah, stick around for a fabulous transformation in the near future. But yeah, we do comfy cozy streams. We like to read books and craft and write, and occasionally we play games. Sometimes we cook in my kitchen. And yeah, it's just a nice cozy time. So stop on by if that's your thing.
Yes, we are all very excited for Mari's transition in the coming days.
I like that. I love that. Sorry, guys.
This is the real trans agenda.
We knew it.
New VTuber model
again.
now.
Soon.
Alrighty, and yeah, be sure to check out Mari. They're very great. They're very comfy. They are very cozy. Alright, so previously on Eberron, Ashes of the Last War, our party found themselves fighting for their lives against forces from beyond the plains. Specifically, Fey hunters had come attacking the train, and as they had all managed to fight their way back to reunite with together, a new Fey entity appeared. Someone carrying an enormous stylized greatsword and a full suit of highly intricate Fey armor with a mask very much like a wolf or some kind of hound. And as they fought him, they were basically fighting for their very lives as he was seemingly moving in almost otherworldly grace, striking with his greatsword. First, despite her best efforts to hold him down, Cess was struck down. He pulled the soul of the dead, quote-unquote, Kalishtar priestess that was a part of the other adventuring group to become one of his Fey hounds that started attacking Paige before. That was then finally put down once and for all. And as Jubilee was on the brink of collapsing after Cess, she was able to deliver the final blow to the Houndmaster, who began to dissipate and wither away as if he experienced centuries and centuries of aging all at once, leaving a pile of rusted armor and highly worn bones. And that Fey sword. Shortly after its arrival, the party checked out the sword and determined it was in fact magical, and as it was drawn closer to each member of the party, it began to change into various shapes to become more accommodating to that person's will and taste, except for our dear Kliff, who felt absolutely repulsed being in the presence of the sword, as their warlock patron did not want that to be anywhere near them. Finally, it was decided that Jubilee, for having slain the Houndmaster, should be the one who caretakes the sword for now, although she has yet to choose to attune herself to it. After leaving the train that finally settled back at station with only about a dozen or so survivors of all the 100 people that were originally on the train, the party reported in to their employer, who was very pleased that no longer would their profit margins be affected by disappearing personnel. And the party did not take this well, but after some arm pulling, where they agreed to try and do their best to see that the survivors at least receive some compensation one way or another, they were able to kind of settle down for the night. They also said their goodbyes to the other adventuring party that was hired to join them for the guard job itself, although half of that party was killed during the train attack itself, with Sorashana, the Kalishtar priestess, being turned into a hound and then put down once and for all, and Drakkar, the dragonborn sorcerer, having been cut down by one of them by the mysterious Ashbringer who appeared on the train, although his body was at least left behind, unlike hers. With this, they said their goodbyes, were getting ready to collect their death benefits, and Sir Talon informed that this was his last job. He had seen too many friends die all at once, and there was not enough money in the world that made this worthwhile. In addition, Paige talked to Sylvana, their lovable artificer, who they had met aboard the train and had helped them fight the various foes and had her father killed by that same mysterious Ashbringer. Paige basically adopted her and had her join with them back to their house because she had nowhere else to go, as she had spent all of her money to get this far and had lost everything. Back at the house, all of the party engaged in what would likely be called very poor coping mechanisms, as they all chose to avoid dealing with their feelings, and all proceeded to vent them in different ways. Cess went about fighting in the alleys, as well as getting absolutely shit-faced the entire night. Kliff went out of his way to try and not sleep for fear of what would happen in the dreams if he did, before eventually going out on the town with Jubilee and getting wasted in their own right before returning home. Jubilee practiced training with her sister for a while, and actually discussed some of her misgivings about what had occurred. And with all of that, the next morning people awoke, a bit worse for wear all around, and Jubilee's poor sister got shot down by Kliff in the very public form of humiliation. And with that, the party kind of was getting together to sit down for breakfast, to get a bit of normalcy after everything that occurred. They are now entering their interlude period, so after a brief amount of time together, they each will be doing various activities to occupy the time between now and their next quest. So, without further ado, we return to our party, sitting around, having breakfast. That's you guys.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm still like coming out of the shower because Magnolia kicked me out to use the goddamn shower. You need a bigger house.
Kliff's still downstairs doing what they can to help prepare breakfast.
Pouring the Ojitas.
Jubilee's gonna come downstairs after
good morning.
freshening up a little bit. Yes, good morning.
Did you want a glass of orange juice?
I think coffee would be better suited to me right now, but can I ask you a question? Can I talk to you for a second, just real quick? Can I pull you
Yeah.
aside?
Oh, sure. Lily, if you could start on some coffee, since I do not know how to actually make that. Thank you.
Help you too, Lily.
Sorry, I was muted on Streamlabs. Of course, Lord Dorian.
Lily, let me help you too, Lily.
Oh, that's not necessary, Miss Paige. I can handle that.
I walk over towards Jubilee and it's like, what is it?
Did you Did you say something to Magnolia?
I offered her some orange juice.
She seemed to be in a bit of a tizzy. She
She
was
was
on.
rather upset when she found out that you and I went out last night.
Yes, exactly that. Now, I just want to make one thing really clear because I had fun last night. I really did. I enjoyed spending time with you and getting to know you and everything. But like we're not a thing. I mean, you know that, right? You can't go telling people that we're dating when we're not.
I haven't.
Jubilee's gonna go like beet red and say, "Oh my god, she said that you said, oh, that girl. Never mind. Never forget I even said anything. Everything's
No.
fine."
I wish to hear what exactly did she say? I'm quite
She
curious now.
well, she just said that you said that you were my boyfriend, and well, I mean that's not true. So I wanted to, set the record straight, but oh my god, I need to talk to that girl. Lily, how's that coffee coming?
It'll be a moment longer, Lady Ravamon.
Thank you, Lily.
I think she is simply just being the jealous younger sister.
Oh,
If you wish, we could do a prank on her. I have an idea.
listen, I think she deserves a moment's respite. I already beat the crap out of her last night, so we'll give her a bit of a break.
I'd like to imagine in between tidbits of that conversation, the camera just pans over to Paige and Cess, who have been like full on paying attention to this drama while eating food.
Full
Like,
perceiving.
The
Full
boat.
perceiving.
The
Yes.
Worth it down, worth it down, worth it down.
Like, oh,
I didn't realize you could get Retta.
I didn't think so either.
Oh, that's cute.
It's as you wish, Jubilee. Now, sit down. I have some orange juice and things to pass out as I pass out all of Lily's hard work.
I'm sorry again. Just yeah, and she'll go and very awkwardly sit at the table.
Just gives a bit of a smirk.
Paige trying to avoid eye contact, but like, just, like looking and then looking away and looking away, like, I hope everyone's hungry.
Famished, yes.
Complete opposite. If Jubilee turns to give eye contact to Says, she just stares dead on, and you both think back to the changing room conversation you both had.
Savannah, in her disarrayed state, is just kind of over her food, looking between the various people very awkwardly.
Kliff puts down a plate of eggs with some bacon on it that has like a smiley face.
That's adorable.
Oh, you
In front
forgot
of
the most
in front of
important
Jubilee?
part. Lily comes over and she's got a little, bakery thing in her hand, and she goes bloop bloop and gives a little cream nose.
Aww.
How could I have forgotten?
You always
Thank you,
have to
Lily.
have something sweet to start your day.
I quite agree. Proceeds to put like 6 sugar cubes in my coffee.
Well, with how sweet you are, Lily, it's hard to get any more sweet in the morning.
Oh, Miss Paige! I'm just doing my job. Jeez Louise.
She's so cute.
And you see her ears start getting a little red. Her little green ear, or giant green ears start getting red at the tips and stuff. She
Aw.
scampers back into the kitchen.
Alright, quick, while she's not looking, Sess is gonna take half of her cream and like just move it over to Paige's plate.
Mm.
I'll stick with an apple for now.
Well, did everyone at least get some rest last night?
You say this when you look over at Kliff. You can just see there's already bags forming underneath their eyes.
They haven't slept all day.
Paige is just going to put the food in her mouth, look over at Sess, and then just look back over at her food.
I slept like a log.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
You see her pull a leaf out of her hair and just sort of toss it aside.
Literal log?
I mean, I don't know, how would a log sleep like? Sylvana, you're smart. What do trees do when they sleep?
Well, trees don't actually engage in a particular rest cycle. They do go into, depending on, of course, the type of tree, they will go into a form of stasis during winter, but that, of course, doesn't apply to evergreens nor to trees that don't experience actual intense winter environments.
Or were you
You see-
sleeping like an evergreen?
You see Says like take a whole egg and shove it in her mouth, and as she's like chewing through it, she says, I see. It's like chewing through her food, not understanding at all. Trees do not sleep. That is the takeaway from this conversation.
So what does everyone have planned for today?
Oh, well, I was figuring I'd be training some more with Magnolia and I mean just making sure that I'm in tip top shape. I mean, I did enough fooling around last night for at least a year or so. So, I got that out of my system.
Fooling around? What were you doing last night?
Oh, well, Kliff and I went out to just hang out. We went to a tavern and and you see the blush kind of returns a little bit. She goes, I may have arm wrestled with a couple of rough and rowdy patrons, and it was just it was a good time.
I helped.
You did help.
Oh, you two went out together? By yourself?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
we decided to have some fun, and the two of you, well, one of you was missing, and the other one was falling asleep in another one's arms.
Yeah, I carried you upstairs to bed.
Oh, I did wonder about that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yes. Be bad if I had a crooked neck, like I slept outside, goodness.
So
I
I'm just
hope you don't sleep
imagining
outside.
Who would ever want to do that?
Hmm.
Hey, don't knock camp until you try it. We'll probably have to in one of these jobs anyways. Oh, and after hearing about how Jubilee carried you upstairs, I can't help but imagine Lily trying to do that for one of us. It's like this tiny cute goblin girl picking up Jubilee over her head.
No,
Just
she
like
just uses
dragging us up the stairs.
She has like a harness that she wraps around her shoulders and just pulls you up.
Yeah, she just would recruit fucking Nezca.
That's right.
There you
Nezca
go.
and
Shavana.
Shavana, yes.
Perfect.
She is the top maid here, so.
God, imagine being a retainer and you're just a fucking housekeeper. Anyways, so paint right now? Is it paint or do you prefer Kliff? Because you're not really acting like Kliff, but you look like, God, I'll never get this naming thing right. You asking about plans? Is there something you wanted to ask us about?
Their smirky smile seems to dip a bit as you bring that subject up. Perhaps. And perhaps something to help clear up that name problem as well. As some of you may know, I have been having some trouble as of late, and I hope to get that solved soon. And I was hoping perhaps later in the day, after you all finish whatever it is you wish to do, we could all perhaps go to the Silver Flame Church, and we can ask for aid there.
But
Oh.
what exactly? Changing your name? Because that ain't why you do it. Right? Right, Paige? I ain't going crazy.
I'm not getting
No,
rid of
that
my
sounds
name,
right.
no. I wish to... say goodbye to Kliff.
Oh,
And is that
Um,
a mutual decision?
No, I don't think it is.
See,
And I don't know for sure because I am scared to go to sleep to hear his tantrum. You saw what happened on that train the other day, and how I acted when he took over, it truly frightened me. No longer is he just some kid, he is frightening.
it definitely seems to be negatively affecting you. So, if you believe that this would help, I mean, we want to help you. Eh, Not much we can do, I suppose, but we can definitely be there for support.
I would appreciate that, truly.
are
Or
you hoping Lady Ray's able to, like, exorcise Cliff from you?
I suppose so, yes.
I-
His spirit is tethered to me, and as long as that happens, he can't really move on, and I fear the longer he is tethered to me, the more mad he will grow, the less of the original Kliff there ever was.
And you've thought this through, right? Like I said before, this is your body, your soul. You can probably find your own way to get rid of him, but if I'd imagine if you were to use something outside of you, like Lady Ray or whatever she decides to use, it's not going to be easy to get rid of a part of you.
I've thought of it, Flinty.
And you're sure of this.
I am.
And Juby,
uh,
I know it's their body, but given your history, I think your opinion should matter.
I mean, it's not my choice. I mean, I knew Cliff when we were children, but something that's gone perhaps should stay that way. And I mean, I don't say that easily, but I know what he does to you, and I don't I don't think it's right that you should have to, even for a moment, pretend to be something that you aren't.
it seems like you've really thought a long time about this. So, as long as it's supporting you and it's within, best decisions, and I think we should at least give it a try.
Listen, Cl- paint, paint. The only thing that I want for you is to feel like you can live your own life, whatever that means for you. So if this is the way to go about it, then I think we should try.
As long as they are there, I can never have my own life. I will just forever be their puppet. They need to rest, and I need to make amends for all the things I have done as them and for them.
I think that's a fine thing.
Yes, I think so. Uh, you said you wanted to do that today, or at least see if you can?
Yes, but I would not want to get in the way of any of the plans you may all already have. So please, I will not try and interrupt them. But later in the day, if all of you are willing, then I would like to go together to the church. See if we can't get this done.
Well, it's on my way to where I need to go, so I'll stop by and give Lady Ray the heads up. All right. Without turning up for an exorcism without warning is a good thing. Anyways,
Sounds like a plan. Knock knock. Hello. Can you get rid of this ghost for me? Thank you.
Probably not on her list of things to do today.
Will you be okay until then?
Oh, I have Lidi and a bunch of leftover coffee, so I believe I will be fine.
that much caffeine cannot be good for you.
It is not, but I rather not sleep right now.
You think he knows already what you have planned?
He's in there. I just have been refusing to talk to him.
Well, if it's one thing I know, he's never too pleased about being ignored, so he's probably in a right mood.
I thought he was in a bad mood the first night. But that is enough talk about me. It is time for your plan. Please, enjoy your days.
Lily,
Kliff,
Yes, Lady Ravelbot?
while we're running our errands for today, can you keep an eye on Kliff here? Make sure he's well taken care of.
Of course, I'll do my best to take care of Lord Dorian.
Thank you.
Lily, would you like to help me paint today?
I don't really know anything about painting.
It's okay. You taught me a bit about cooking. I can teach you a bit about painting.
Uh, okay, I guess if this would help, supervise you while everybody's gone, sure. Just curious, is the wall still the same down there?
I don't know. I haven't really been down there.
No, it's different now. It's painted over. Not pretty like, but ain't what you saw before, Lily.
I was thinking we would do it on paper up here this time, though. Grab the coffee. I'll get some more paper. Kliff
Okay.
exits the table.
Should be fine. Everything should be fine.
A lack of sleep and a high amount of caffeine can't be good for that boy, but, we do what we gotta do, I suppose.
Whatever makes him feel comfortable at the moment, I suppose.
I would hate to intrude right now, but um, this all sounds dreadfully serious. Is there anything you'd like me to do?
Oh, I definitely couldn't ask you to do anything. Uh, are you sure you don't need some more rest, or are you feeling okay?
I think that I stole enough sleep for today. I don't think I could go back to it. I could help watch over him. I guess I don't really know what's going on here, but
We're gonna punch a ghost later. Are you down?
um, if if that would help, I can assist in whatever ways I'm capable.
Are you staying here? We looks at Paige. Is she staying here with us?
Until it's her bearings and you know,
Okay.
well, I
If
feel
she's
like
staying
she's
with us. well then, it's only fair that, we don't want her feeling bad for doing nothing. So if you want, you can either help keep Kliff over here self-aware, or you can look into punching ghosts. I don't know. That seems like a good start.
I saw you back on the train. I know how strong you are.
She blushes and starts like wringing her gloves together. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to assume that I was still welcome here, but I can do what I can. If I guess I'll earn my keep if you need me to do something. Um,
Listen, if you're staying with the family, you do your chores. If you're staying with us, you're one of us. You do your errands. Make sense?
but okay, if I do have some combat training. I've never fought any kind of incorporeal being before, but I think I understand the basic theory of it.
I mean, we don't even know if fighting is going to be a thing. We can't just assume that, but all I know is Kliff won't be too happy about leaving, so it's better that we're there than not.
I'm hoping we get the punch a ghost. My coach has a list of things that he's fought, and he holds it over my head, saying I won't be a real warrior until I fought them. And Ghost is on one
Is
of
a
them.
ghost one of them?
Ghost is one of
Kid's
them?
one of them. 2-for-1 deal. I could get 2-for-1 done right there.
That
He
is
killed
a
A
like,
child?
he was like a
Says
baby monster, some baby dragon or whatever. I don't know. He sounded really sad
Wait.
talking about it, but I kind of
Listen,
want to match
Your
him.
mentor is punching children.
the more that I hear about your coach, the more I want to meet this individual. He sounds like a riot.
He's got a colorful history that he won't tell me about. So, you're more than welcome to try, Cherry Bomb. Anyways, I'm gonna go see Lady Ray and get us some supplies, because 2 of us don't have healing potions. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Anyways.
Jubilee goes red again.
Anyways.
I never thought to need one before. Anyway, yeah, it's a good idea.
Magnolia, you out of the shower yet?
Yes, I'm out of the shower.
When your dad trained you and your sis, did he say healing potions were important?
Yeah, of course he said healing potions were important.
She looks down back at Jubilee with like the most
Jubilee
judgmental
is covering her face, so embarrassed.
We're bodyguards. We're expected to take a good deal of physical harm. Why wouldn't we carry healing potions with us?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Well, I'm gonna go get some more since we used some last time. And some other things. Don't worry about it. Do you guys need anything while I'm out? Out of character, Sif asked this to everyone and no one said anything, so I have a list of supplies for each of you that you guys have no input on, so if you want to have some input on.
Really, just the potions? That's all I needed.
Alright, I can afford one for each of you. I'll be right back. I'll be heading out. I'll be back when it's exorcism time, I guess. And says, assuming nothing stops her, she takes one of like a toast covered with cheese and just walks out of the building.
Well, I was thinking, Paige, if you're not doing anything, I think I'd like to spend a little time with you, because we had a girls' night, but you and I we haven't really hung out before. We haven't got to know each other very well, so if you're free, that is, if you want to.
Me? You want to hang out with me?
Sure. I mean, I hung out with Kliff. I've hung out with Cess. It feels a little strange that you and I haven't had the chance to yet.
Oh, they're very interesting. So, I mean,
You saying you're not interesting?
well, no, that's not what I meant. I mean, yes, I would like to hang out with you, Jubilee. Thank you
Yeah,
for offering.
of course. And I mean, I'm looking for some female companionship, I think Magnolia's a little tired of me right now too, if I'm gonna be totally honest. So I'm glad you
I
and I can have a moment.
mm, I think a day without our sisters is probably a good refresher.
Ah, yeah, I think so.
Is there anything in particular you wanted to do?
Well, I was wondering if I could get some, uh and you see she gets a little pink again, more pink.
I was like, she's always pink.
Yeah, some book recommendations?
You see her eyes just light up. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Of course. Yes, that would be fantastic. I would love to recommend you some books.
Oh, great. Excellent. Cause I don't know, I could use some input, some advice, and you seem to be very knowledgeable about, what are they what it says called boats? Boats?
Mm, yes, I would say I am an expert at boots. I've got a lot of books actually in the room. Do you want to? I could show them to you.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that.
Mm, okay. Or I can bring it down here, or we can go up there, whichever you
Yeah,
prefer.
we can kick out Magnolia, it's fine. I'm sure the living room's being occupied by, Cliff and Lily anyways.
Sure, sure. Actually, is do we know if there's somewhere nearby that does like coffee or tea or
Oh yeah,
just kind of a
in both sides of Greywall, the monster side and the international side, there are cafes.
okay. Why don't we go somewhere a little more private? I'll grab the books and maybe we can go out for tea or something.
Yeah, that sounds great.
She like gets all excited, all like fluffed up and goes upstairs really quickly to shove the books in her bag and kind of comes out clumsily down the stairs. Like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, as you guys head out, we will pan back to Cess for the first part of the interlude. Cess.
First things first, I gotta go by to the Church of the Silver Flame and hit up Lady Ray with that doctor's appointment for Kliff.
You should have
So
to
maybe
check
go to
your religious insurance.
uh,
Ooh, it looks like you're a sovereign host. That's going to be outside of your coverage group.
Moultrie always charged the big bucks for any help. Very happy Kliff said Silver Flame and not like the Dark Ones or Sovereign Host. Those sound expensive.
But if you wish to
Lady,
convert, you can do so during the open conversion period.
The open
your time
conversion
to withdraw is now.
period. I'm dead. I'm dead.
All right.
Alright.
So you go to the small chapel of the Silver Flame.
Mm-hmm. I'm
As
assuming.
is tradition, the door is open.
Are there more people around in the pews since last time?
Nope. There's just Lady Ray. She is currently sitting in lotus in front of the altar of the Silver Flame.
Only so much free food can do. Alright. Lady Ray. You need a second, or I don't know anything about your rituals, so if you need me to wait, just raise one of your hands right now if you don't want me to interrupt your important meditation.
You hear a low growl before she says something in Celestial, and then stands up, and you hear that slap of her metal legs on the stonework as she turns and glares at you with her one flesh eye. What is it?
My friends and I need your help. Are you Are you familiar with things like exorcism?
Her glare, her one eyebrow raises up in kind of some surprise while her face is still very much scowling. And she goes, "Why would you be asking about exorcism? What did you people do this time?"
Well, it's not a new condition, but it is a present one that had existed prior to us meeting. Forget the business talk. You ain't like the other churches. I don't need to give you insurance or anything. Um, you remember Kliff, the pink-haired one?
Yes, how could I forget? He's obnoxious.
Well, it turns out that obnoxiousness of his comes from another soul in his body that he wants to evict. And I'm not entirely sure how to word this, but we were wondering if you could help.
Soul in his body? What kind of arrangement does this spirit have with him?
Okay, Lady Ray, what I'm about to tell you, this does not leave between us, all right? Because Kliff, or they go by Paint or Nobody, they told me and the other two in confidence, okay? And I know you wouldn't tell anyone, but I just want to be clear, okay? No one can know about this.
Noted.
Insight check? That was a pretty stern noted.
Sure, if you want to do an insight check. I put her picture up if you all were wondering what Lady Ray looks like, our lovable hobgoblin priestess.
That is a 4.
She seems to be telling she
She
is
likes my soup. I can trust her with my friend's life.
100%.
Yeah. Paint, as his real name, as he likes to be called, is he was a changeling. He can, you know, I didn't think they were real, to be honest, but after seeing him, guess it is. But anyways, long story short, the soul that another person died near him, and he had felt guilty. He had felt responsible. And so he took that person within himself to help them live their best life possible. But as time went on, I guess that soul became more and more malignant, became more and more dangerous to him. And now he wants to let it go. I'm hoping he means his guilt too.
She, half of her face is always sneering because of her birds, but the other half is now, also sneering as she goes, "Oh, a warlock." A warlock who wishes to break its bargain with whatever it is assigned as its patron. In this case, this spirit, this child, this unholy entity. Am I understanding things clearly?
Yeah, you sure he's a warlock? I've only ever seen one of those freaks once. You sure?
What you've described sounds eerily similar to things I've heard of. Not all of them are as despicable as that. I served alongside some during the war who had angelic patrons, but this sounds like a desperate being who made a deal with with an even more desperate entity.
You think you'll be able to help him? I know warlocks got deals, but it doesn't sound like his is all that clear.
It's it is complicated. I've never done this kind of ritual before. I will have to I will have to do some research and I will have to commune with the flame and see if I can seek any enlightenment on how to handle this.
Right. Should we come back later today, you think, or do you need more time?
I will notify you when I have more information. If this if this pathetic fool is in requiring the light of the flame, then I am obligated to assist them in whatever way I can.
Okay. I just don't want to rush you because this is a lot. Like this is last time I saw a warlock deal go under the pits. They got disemboweled in the alleys. God, Says kind of pales up, thinking like, oh wow, this is really serious. Um, he's not sleeping. He's not gonna let himself sleep until this thing has been gone from him. He's worried that if he goes to sleep, he'll lose control again. If you need more than a day, do you have any idea how we could help him rest? Help him stay in
Yeah,
control?
yeah. If there are, of course, conventional stimulants. Um, there is. I don't know how accessible it may be, but the Kalishtari have an intimate connection with dreams and whatnot because of their spiritual connections. They perhaps might know of some way to temporarily sever oneself from the plane of dreams, maybe prevent that kind of access. I don't know. I served in the military. Sleep was always a valued thing whenever possible. But then again, I chose to serve a righteous God instead of an unholy being.
Um, Listen, I get that you're angry, Lady
I
Ray,
am
but
not
don't
angry. Why do you think I'm angry?
because you saw a young person with a bright future make a mistake. All right, I've been there too, but he was scared. He was really young. He didn't know what to do, and he felt alone. All right, you can be angry at the thing that's hurting him, but don't be angry at him. All right, we've all done stupid things out of desperation.
She pauses and looks at you and goes, I never said I wouldn't help them. I just want to make that very clear.
I know, Lady Ray, and I'm grateful for it. I just Lord knows the last thing he needs right now is a lecture and not getting scammed. Yeah. Anyways, I got a few more errands to run, but then when I get back home, if you're not ready, I'll have us look into the Kalistari thing. Thank you. I
She,
mean it.
she will kind of give you that dismissive wave that she does. And I am a servant of the flame. It is my goal to always guide wayward souls back into the light. Thanks is not necessary.
Yeah, but it means a lot, don't
Is there anything else?
it? It says smirks to herself. Other response says, "No, I'll be heading out now. All right. And if you need anything, let us know. All right.
She'll just grunt.
All right.
Um,
Head out of the church. Time to run some other errands. Go to the marketplace. Buy some scrap metal, stuff like that. Add a little bit of all this. Stopping by the butchery, checking in with the lizard folk and the lizard person and her workers, getting a few bites to eat. And now, I want to look for a dwarven workshop.
There is in the international settlement, because dwarves aren't really residents of the monstrous part of the city, but
Oh man.
in the international part of it, there is a dwarven smithy called
All right.
Oathgolds.
Oath golds. I am making a note of that, Obs. Thank you. Smithy Iron Wall. Oath golds. Got it. I'm gonna go in. And how this smithy, is it a large scale production? Is
No.
it a small workshop?
It's probably it's very much a small, probably high-end goods provider, since the international settlement basically consists entirely of merchants and people wheeling and dealing and stuff from things between Drome and the kingdoms. They don't necessarily need a lot provided to them, so this is very much like a boutique smithery.
But it's still dwarven maiden. That's all I care about. All right. Inside, is there like a group of dwarves? Is it one dwarf? Is it
Yep.
a master and his apprentice?
There is a red and like blonde haired dwarf with a huge handlebar mustache. And he is currently just wearing a normal like vest and tunic and breeches, where he's sitting there eyeing some of his like weapons and armor and various like steel artwork that you see.
Does
And
this work? Is it all like fancy looking?
it
Not
is fancy looking, everything that he's
uh,
that you can see on display.
Coach would be rolling in his chair right now looking at all of this. Uh, or walk up to the counter, assuming he's behind it, and I
Yep.
tap on it lightly to get his attention.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. How can I be of service?
You the owner of this workshop, the master of it,
I, Coogan Oathgold, pleasure to meet you.
Hugin Offgold?
Oathgold.
Can you type it out for me, Obs?
It's Oathgold. It's the name of this place.
Coogan. The first name, Coogan?
Coogan.
Got it. All right, write it out the pronunciation. Oh, well, if you're the master, we can skip the pleasantries and says, well, from this point on, speak Dwarvish.
He definitely is. His bushy eyebrows gotta perk up at that.
You made this workshop, this forge, all dwarven made, yeah?
Of course. Now that he's speaking Dwarvish, he will sound differently. But he goes, yes, of course.
How much was it all? Just a setup.
Kind of looks at you and goes, are you looking at setting up a competitor?
Nah, just a private workshop. I'm oath bound to make stuff from my master's clan, and well, he isn't exactly open about his clan, so I'm kind of stuck making what I can make.
Oh, your master is also a dwarf.
Dware guy, but don't let that scare you off.
Huh. I see that he's one of those, but I can respect their craftsmanship as well. Did he come here with you, or I'm sorry if
No.
I'm not really privy to everything that's going on.
No, I appreciate the curiosity. You got to make sure of who's in your shop after all. He's from Shan. We're from Shan, anyways. He's not around. I am. I'm staying in Greywall for the time being, and well, kinda would be awful for me to use equipment that I'm not allowed to use things that I don't make, and things I don't have a place to make them right now. I was wondering if I could rent out your workshop from you for a little bit to work on a few things for the next couple of weeks.
Wait, Durgar and Sean? His eyes become real big for a moment. He goes, "Oh, him? Yes, of
If
course.
if you want to make sure you know who you're talking about, in case we avoid a misunderstanding, and Seth sort of like slides off her brass knuckles and puts them on the table. He made these, and he told me when he trained me that every craftsman signs their work in some way. I don't know if you want to use that to ID them.
Yeah, he will pick up the brass knuckles and look at it, and his look of surprise gets doubly wide when he sees the maker's mark on it. He goes, "Say no more. If you need to utilize a smithy to continue the craft, well, then you're my guest. The least I can do for someone such as he."
His respect knows no bounds, huh? All right. then I'm just gonna get to work over there on a few things. I'll be coming and going. Are you fine with me just coming and going next couple of weeks, just making stuff?
Absolutely. If you have studied under him, then you are more than welcome to utilize this to continue your craft. It's an honor, frankly, to see his practices put into motion once more.
Yeah, he wasn't really keen on taking me as a student, but yeah, I got the feeling he didn't do it that often.
It,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be asking about him behind his back. He doesn't like talking about himself. It wouldn't be fair if I would ask you about him.
it is odd that he would pick someone such as you, and a non-dwarf, of course, but
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, that tradition he fights under. That's like all I know about it was that old dwarven armies used to use it until it was too costly. Uh, Lost a lot of people to it apparently, according to them. That's all I know about it.
yes, those practices fell out of favor when House Cadith was able to start doing the mass production of most equipment. It simply was more affordable to outfit an army with House Cadith supplied arms and armor than to have such uh, handcrafted equipment. But there are still some who practice the old ways.
Most of them, I know most of them died off in the wars from not paying too much attention to how far they were going in. So sort of like tosses her bag down, starts getting her tools out slowly.
Yes, many were many unfortunate souls were lost in those conflicts and in the subsequent delvings below the holds and the things that lurk in Kyber's tunnels.
Says plants her book down onto the workbench and starts looking through her schematics and getting the parts out that she's bought from the market to start building stuff. Says in response, yeah, well, I hear they went out thinking that they'd be fine, so I wouldn't get too mad at them. I wouldn't get too sad for them. They apparently had full faith in how crazy they were. So starts getting some wood out and carving it with the smithing tools, making the light crossbow and stuff.
I do not regret their deaths for the sake of their deaths, but I will always regret the loss of talent for people like that.
Says sort of nods along, but at this point she has gone away from the conversation. That man is no longer in the room to her. Room sort of fades to black where it's nothing but her and the workbench, and she takes on the form of her master and starts getting to work.
Yeah, and as you work, he is actually eyeing you pretty closely. Like he's not like looming over your shoulder, but he is definitely seeing you at work and um, just kind of interested in seeing these practices put into motion. Um, and unless there's anything else, Seth.
I can only get the two things done, right? The crossbow and the other thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay, yeah. And the rest will get done over the rest of this month's free time, yeah?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Says finishes crafting a light crossbow and makes like some 20 spare bolts for it and a pair of wicked looking gauntlets with a unique mark on it that is hers alone and these weird chains that they sort of hang on like a pair of metal boxing gloves, and she ties them to her waist and then gets up and looks back at Oathgold and says, it's starting to get dark, so I'm gonna get out of your hair. I'll probably be coming in and out of the next few days. I'll bring some chum. It's the least I can do for you hosting me.
Oh, I'll be sure to pour a nice glass of whiskey.
Yeah, my coach told me our kind don't well, by our kind I mean people who fight like us shouldn't get too drunk. So I'll uh I hope you'll respect me sipping and not chugging down. All right.
Oh, absolutely. What I'm gonna be giving you is to be savored.
Yeah, I'll see you around Oath Gold. All right. Thanks for hosting me. Take care.
You too,
Says
Seth.
Says walks back home, and I have a bit of an RP thing to do with Paige, but given the timing of this, do we want to save that for the
Yes.
end, like for
Yes.
after Paige and
Yeah.
Jubilee? All right, cool. All right, I'll wait.
Okay. So next up, Paige Jubilee's date out.
Yes. So they are going
Yay!
to the nearest cafe. I guess within the same district.
Okay. Yeah, there in the rich, like, because you guys are like you're 10-minute walk away from like the very nice area where Lady Crowtrixia lives and everything. That area like where the lizard folks, butchery and stuff was. There are some nice little cafes. There's also
Sure.
the one you gave the vase to. The
Oh
bakery.
gosh, she's too embarrassed to go back to that one. So makes a beeline to the opposite direction.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, she'll just take a before she takes a seat outside, she's gonna look like, oh, I can get you something. What would you like? You can have a seat.
Oh, well, I already had coffee back at home, so maybe a decaf, something not so caffeinated.
Oh, of course. And do you want a pastry? Do you like sweets? Right? I see how much sugar you normally put in your coffee.
Yeah, I like sweets well enough. Coffee's just so bitter. I gotta balance it out, you know.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
Yeah, surprise me.
Oh, sure. Okay, I can do that. She goes in a bit nervously and kind of spends probably a little bit too long in there trying to decide, like, oh, maybe she'll like this one. No, no, no. Wait, no, she probably won't like that one. Like, oh, but if I get her this one instead, she's like, oh no, but what if I bring it out and she doesn't like it?
A bugbear woman will wearing like basically a kind of like a maitre d kind of suit will come behind you at one point and be like, is there anything I can help you with, madam?
Oh, yes. Well, no, but yes. I'm sorry. Do you work here?
Yes, I'm one of the server attendants here.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Paige. I'm looking for a pastry for my friend. Something sweet, but not too sweet. Is there something you'd recommend?
Oh, will she be or will they be having any tea or coffee along with it?
They said decaf, yes.
Excellent. All right, with the bitterness of decaf, and she's got like she's a tall woman. She's like 7 feet tall, but she is wearing basically like a tux with tails, and she's got gloves on, and she very gracefully is moving around with her hair pulled back with velvet velvet cloth woven between her braid, and she will grab some croissants that have chocolate inside of them.
Ooh.
She goes, "These should complement the bitterness of the decaffeinated coffee well. They have a savory, buttery flavor to them. Along with, we both have a more of a tart form of chocolate, as well as a smoother milk chocolate."
Tart or smooth? Okay. Um, maybe she'd like the tart. No, pretty sure she'd like the smooth a little bit better. Hmm. Um, let's let's just go with this the more smoother chocolate.
Excellent. I will get you the milk chocolate croissants then, as well as a decaffeinated coffee. Would she like any cream or sugar within it?
Cream or sugar? Oh gosh, I didn't ask her. But I think she normally has yes, but to the side, so she can just add it if she wants it. If she doesn't, she can just leave it at the table, I assume.
Of course, miss. And she will bow before you. Give you a big tusky smile. And she will. Is there anything you would like as well, miss?
Oh, me. I totally forgot. Yes, just some black tea is fine, and I'll also try one of the croissants.
Excellent. Would you also like it to be smooth?
Mm, yes, smooth. Hmm.
Give you that smile again. Excellent, miss. You can just wait outside. I will be bringing your beverages and your treats to you briefly.
Thank you very much. She's just gonna hurry outside, like, sorry that took so long.
Jubilee's currently reading the backs of all of the books that you brought and just goes, "What? Huh?
Oh, you're already looking at them.
Oh,
See,
I shouldn't have gone through without you being here. I'm sorry."
oh, no, please, you're welcome to any of the books. Is there any that's catched your fancy?
Oh, well, I'm not quite sure. I'm a little inexperienced with the genre. What would you recommend for a beginner?
Hmm. Well, she'll go ahead and sit down. I know we had mentioned it before, but I do truly recommend the groundbreaking Ties of Love. And she'll go ahead and pull it out and hand it over. Uh,
Groundbreaking. Oh, this is the one between the dwarf and the elf protagonist, right?
yes, the female Orf Dodolia and the male Orf Thaden. Um, they're, it's very dramatic. A traveling merchant and high society, standing family. And there's an arranged marriage in it as well, but trying to keep it secret from the elven family and while trying to fall in love with the dwarven elf or the the female dwarf. It's really nice.
So one of them is already engaged to be married, and they're philandering with someone else.
Oh, well, yes, but I don't want to spoil it, so I probably shouldn't have said anything. But
I assume it all works out in the end.
it does, and not the way you expect, but it definitely, lets people know that doesn't matter where you come from, you can fall in love with whoever you want to.
That's really nice. It's a sweet sentiment.
Mm, yes. But mm, I know I shouldn't say anything, and please forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn, but what are your thoughts on Cliff on paint?
You mean in general, or in the and she'll like sort of hold up the book in a boat sense.
Very much a boat sense.
Well, I don't know. I guess if so long as we're being honest here, I'm I'm not quite sure because Cliff and I we've got history. We've known each other for a long time. Well, I guess I didn't know Cliff. I guess I knew Paint uh pretending to be Cliff, but I guess for simplicity's sake, I'll just say I knew Cliff.
Mm,
Um and just because we've known each other a long time doesn't mean it's always been great. I mean, we weren't exactly nice to each other all the time. We had a bit of a kind of a rivalry. It was childish, but I worked for a family that was a direct business competitor to the Dorians, so one thing leads to another, and kids are kids, and suddenly you got to prove that you're the best, and
Oh, yes,
Um,
like a rivalry, between races. Well, like
Kinda, I suppose.
like the dwarves and the elves.
I guess so. Kind of like the book,
Mm.
but I don't know. In the little bit before all of us got together, to work, um, Kliff just started being a little nicer, and it was nice. I didn't think much of it, but um, well, I guess not to put too fine a point on it, but uh, he gave me a really nice gift.
Oh, a gift?
Yeah, it was it was a ring. I mean, not like a
What?
ring. No, 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 not like a ring. At least I don't think it was. Oh God, what if it was?
What?
What
Wait,
if
did
it
he
was a ring? Oh my God,
a
I don't
ring?
think it
Ring?
was. No, no, I don't think it was a ring. I think it was just a ring.
What,
But
did people normally give people rings?
I don't know. Do they? Does that happen in your books? Do
No,
people give rings to each other just casually?
I don't think so. I've never read anything like that before.
Oh, but
Oh,
but that's, when Paint revealed himself for the first time and, told us who he was, and I got so mad. That's what I gave back to him.
oh, oh goodness. I'm sorry, Jubilee. I didn't know.
No, it's fine. Like I said, I felt so bad that you and Sass got dragged into our personal affairs. It wasn't professional and just not a nice thing to do. So I don't know. I think Paint is a fine individual, and we have fun together sometimes, but I just it's hard for me to let go of the years of lying. And well, your sister actually was the one who told me I should give him a chance. So
Oh,
that's all it is it's a chance for me to get to know him again. And that's what it is.
no. I think you're I think you're making the right choice. Of course, I don't really know anything about this other than, what's in my books. I've never experienced that in real life. But I think Cliff is or Paint. I think he's really trying to change for you. I could I can see it. Or at least
I'd
I
rather
think
he'd want to change for himself.
mm, I think there's that too. It's really hurting him whatever's going on. So, but I think he's making an effort for everyone. So, but
Yeah, I think so too. I was I was surprised that he said he wanted to, say goodbye to Cliff. It seemed, I mean, I'm not surprised that, you know, that would eventually happen. I don't know. I didn't think it would happen so soon. Well, I guess it's not soon for him. He's been living with this for so long, but,
yeah, but
you know.
something made him change. Something made that shift, and maybe that confrontation was the thing that he needed. So, in a way, you're pushing him in the right direction.
Yeah, I don't feel bad that that happened. Just the manner in which I carried myself, I do regret that.
Well, I'm sure it was a surprise for you, and everyone reacts differently, but mm, I I think he understands, and we definitely do too. But
Thank you, Paige.
oh,
It's it's really nice to have a friend, you know?
oh, a, a friend? Y- yeah, yeah. No, I consider you a friend too. I just didn't know. We were travel companions, so it's really nice to hear you say that. Actually.
Well, it didn't seem right to say business associate anymore, so, I figured friend was the next step.
Yes, I agree. Especially all that we've been through. So, mm, and
Now,
hmm?
you're telling me that a fine-looking girl like you doesn't have a sweet thing back home?
Oh, oh goodness, no! She's like pushing up her glasses a little bit. Like, I, I, I'm in my books all the time. I'm studying and going to college. I have no time for it. I go home and cook for Sess and go to sleep and so on and so forth.
Not even a cute little Poindexter at school that y'all can pore over books together with?
Uh, well, my field of study isn't as widely studied, so the class is rather small. It's mostly independent studies with my professor.
Hmm.
I hadn't even considered the idea, actually. My
Well, you,
sis.
you maybe you should. While
Uh,
we're out and about and living by ourselves. This is my first time living by myself. It's kind of exciting. Well, not by myself because I have all of you, but um, it's kind of exciting.
it certainly can be. I mean, Sess and I have been by ourselves for a really long time, but it's nice to be outside of Sharn. This is the first time for us too, so it's great to experience things with friends.
Yeah, to be honest, I was at the start of all this. I was not looking forward to it at all.
Oh,
I liked I liked where I was before. I liked the job I had, and the people I was with. But I've it hasn't always been easy working with y'all, but it's been a hell of an adventure, and I'm really glad that I did it.
eh, yes, I've done some things that I've never done before, and that I will probably regret for the rest of my life. But I'm growing from it, and I
Well,
think.
that's the thing about, being a bodyguard is sometimes you dirty your hands so the people you love don't have to.
Hmm, I'm starting to realize that. Yes.
So, it's okay to feel guilty about, things we do on the job. That's fine. That is completely natural, but so long as you know you did it to protect someone else, that's what matters.
You're you're right. No, you are right. There are people that I want to protect, and I know it's going to be difficult, but I want to do that. I want to get stronger, like all of you. So thank you.
Of course.
Uh,
And thank you again for, spending some time. I wasn't sure who best to talk to about all of this, and I figured you were the expert.
well, if anything, I'm always here to listen. So, but please take the book and read it as long as you'd like. You can return it whenever.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Of course, of course. And
Ah,
I
well,
think they're
if,
gonna spend the good half of the evening doing that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
well, you ladies, I've come with your beverages and your pastries.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Get the tuxedoed bugbear lady. very daintily putting down your cups and croissants.
Oh, this just looks delectable. Good choice, Paige.
You liked it? You do?
Oh, of course.
Oh, thank goodness.
I don't
Go.
think there's a soul alive who doesn't like a bit of chocolate.
Yes.
As the bugbear puts down all the things, she'll stand behind Jubilee for a moment and give Paige a big smile and a wink before she goes back inside.
She's like beaming, so happy right now.
So cute.
Yeah.
She does have a name, but nobody's asked her name, so it doesn't matter.
No! No, she was too nervous.
I just had said somebody had asked if she had a name. She does, but
We
was
need to
never
bring a
asked.
vase with a note in it that said, "Sorry, I forgot to ask your name."
Yes.
But yeah, so is there anything else you'd like to do on your date?
That was all that I had planned, unless there's something that something else Paige wanted to do.
I think that wraps it up perfectly, to be honest.
All right then. So as you guys eventually head back to the house, you will be met by Lasses.
Just double checking. Do we want Litro to do anything, or do we
Well,
just?
no, I don't know how much you were. I didn't know if you were just giving her something, or
Ah.
I don't know how in depth you were going with this.
Okay, it's not super in depth, but it's still like kind of. I will just we'll just go with it. At Litro, if you're mad at me, you can yell at me later in DMs. Don't worry, King.
Punch him in the face.
Nah, you're good.
And I'll punch you right in the face. I can take it. Yulia's
Wait.
punched me plenty of times.
What?
Oh, the off-stream abuse.
No! Only kissing with a fist. It's fine.
I'd imagine at this point, Jubilee and Paige would be coming in the front patio with like
Mhm.
everyone by the door. Like they're coming in, and as you guys like open the door, a little swish sound goes off, and Paige, you feel a bit of paper whack you in the back of your head.
Oh.
And as you turn around, you see Says loading up another piece of paper into a paper bolt into a light crossbow. Hey,
Says, what are you doing?
Says fires another paper bolt right at Paige's chest.
Oh, hey.
Loads up another one. Another paper bolt. Paper. These are all paper, by the way. I'm not doing damage.
All right, you take 1d4 paper damage.
Paper cut. No.
Paper cut slices right through your clothes.
Says looks at you in an almost teasing manner as if trying to like get you to come over before she loads up another paper bolt shot and aims it at you again.
She is already running.
You want this? You want this?
Why are you doing that? Give that to me.
Sort of like moves the crossbow away. You want it? You want it?
She's
Alright,
reaching
come on,
for
take
it.
Come on, take it. Come on. You know how to take it, right? You had to have taken at least one physical education class in your school, right? Come on.
With my 1- strength, she's gonna at least use her speed at least to try to jump up and catch it.
As you like grab it, you're like flailing your arms trying to pull it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not working, and then Says like pulls the crossbow back and like knocks you over for a second, looks at you and goes, "Do you?" All right, get up, and like she helps you up. Like, come on, let me show you how it's done. All right, you're gonna have to know this, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Keep your distance, stay at an arm's length, and like Says holds the crossbow pointing at you with one hand, and then use the other hand to guide your hands. All right, first you want to take their weapon off aim, sword, crossbow, whatever. Go out. Show me how you do it. You know, take the hand closest to the weapon, push it off aim. All right. Real quick, do that first.
Okay. She'll kind of like holds up her hands a little shakily, like try to disarm.
We're going over that in a second. But first step to it. Push the weapon off aim, all right? If they're looking at you, you're gonna get hit, right? Push the weapon away from you, all right? Use
Okay,
your left hand, closest one here, do it, all right?
Okay, all right. She'll go ahead and use her left hand and try to knock the weapon.
All right. Hold still. Hold firmly there. Okay, don't shake too much. All right. All right. Now with the other hand, go for the wrist. All right. Go for the
Okay.
wrist.
Sure. She'll go and try to grab at your wrist.
Now she lets you grab the wrist thing, and then she grabs your hand with her other hand and goes, all right, take your hand, go underneath. Don't grab it. Go underneath. Make a wall against the joint. All
My
right?
left hand?
Your right hand. Your left hand's on the crossbow, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And your right hand, your other hand is gonna go under, and she guides your right hand underneath her arm and holds it against her joint, like back of your hand against the joint. All right, don't forget this for your magic too. Joints are always the weakest, okay?
Right, yes.
Okay, you got it. Good grasp.
Mm-hmm.
All right, she pulls the crossbow back and looks at you and says, all right, I want you to do that all in one go. But after you get your hand underneath, you're going to turn with your hips and legs away from me and yank the crossbow out of my hand, yeah?
Right, understood. Okay.
All right, go for it.
She takes like a deep breath and attempts to do it again.
Yeah, if you follow the steps entirely, one hand on the weapon, the other hand against the joint, knocking the weapon out with that one turn. Says isn't trying to interrupt you, but she's still got a good grip. Assuming no dice roll needed, because this is RP, and please don't make me roll in that one. Yank that crossbow right out, and says, looks at you with a big smile, wide eyes, and starts clapping like, look, what do you got? What did you get right there?
Oh, I did that.
Yeah, you did that with your hands, and now what's in your hands?
The crossbow!
Yeah, it's a crossbow! And, oh wait, there's one more step, and she puts one hand on your shoulder, and then immediately let's go and backs up a second. You just took a weapon off of somebody that was trying to use it on you. What do you think is the final step?
She'll point the paper crossbow at you.
There's a paper bolt, but it's a real crossbow.
Oh, yeah, then the crossbow with the paper bolt.
She looks at you and goes, all right, now show me. Come on. Doesn't matter who they are, they were trying to hurt you, right? So you should.
But
come on.
But that's you.
And I was trying to hurt you, so you should.
She'll kind of look at the crossbow and aim it.
It ain't like your magic, is it? Yeah.
It's not. It's heavier.
And someone was gonna use it on you. Now it's in your hands. So?
She'll kind of pull the crossbow trigger and kind of close her eyes.
I'm assuming it hits even though you close your eyes.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Says as the bolt hits, says his face turns grim and she crumples backwards onto the floor.
Wait!
Fake shooting at blood.
No, she goes right beside him.
Oh.
Wait, I didn't hit anything, did I? I didn't see, my eyes were closed.
It's okay, you're a wizard, you're proficient in light crossbow. Ugh. And you know, she gets up, like, from her, like she sits up but isn't fully up and looks up at you and says, you got it?
I do, yes.
Says, gets up, pulls out a bandolier of 20 bolts and tosses them to you. You got it. And that's for you.
Thank you. I'll practice more with them.
You'll do just fine with it, I know. Someone tells me you already got a knack for it. Just keep it handy, okay? We're not always... From my experience in the pits, there are people that specifically like to stop magic from working, so, just in case. Oh, and, Juby, this for you, and she, takes out a potion and tosses it to her.
Thank you, Sass. I appreciate it.
I got more gifts in the coming weeks, alright? But for now, I gotta go give, Kliff his share, and, we gotta figure out what to do from here.
Okay. And with that, we'll flash over to Kliff, and Lily and Silvana in the background as everyone else is left.
While everyone was away, unless you want me to actually RP throughout all of this, I'm having all of us draw everyone else that's in the party. So I myself am drawing Jubilee. I'm having Lily draw Cess, and I'm having our newest friend draw Paige.
Silvana's version of Paige is very much like an almost anatomical blueprint of Paige. Like,
Are you going to put some clothes on that one?
I didn't think of it. I was just going off of anatomy drawings from when we were studying Warforged construction. Yes, obviously, it just starts like frantically like trying to draw on some clothes.
Well, I have to warn you, if you are going to continue drawing her naked, you are going to need to add some more attention to those legs there.
And she blushes very, very deeply as she kind of scrunches in, drawing onto it.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure if you ask, she'll gladly show them off.
I would never presume to ask that. I'm just happy to have a place to stay. She's been very, very kind to me. I was actually going to be working on a small construct for her, but I have to go attend to something.
I'll be sure to show her the drawing if she returns while you're away.
She flees upstairs.
And Lily, how's your drawing going?
Who did you have Lily draw?
Cess.
Cess? You see a picture of like a little kitty with like a big angry face.
This is absolutely perfect.
Like a little chibi cat with like a big scrunchy angry face on it.
We need to
and
put
little
this on the
spikes
fridge.
drawn on it.
We need to put this on the fridge.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not much of an artist.
No, Lily, this is a masterpiece.
Are you sure? It's not very good. There's a cat that
I
walks.
assure you, all who see this will have a large smile on their face.
Okay. As long as people like it, and she knows that I'm not trying to be mean, that's just the best I could do.
Oh, that makes it even better. Art is not about the skill, but the intent behind it.
Do you think she'll be mad I didn't put any clothes on the cat like with the other lady?
No, I think she'll find it quite humorous.
Okay, I don't want to embarrass her. I made sure to put the little spike shoulder pads on, though.
Magnifique.
But yeah, eventually, Silvana will come down from upstairs, and she's holding a little purple candle for you, Paint.
Oh, what is this?
I just wanted to thank everybody for letting me stay here. So, I didn't mean to overhear anything, but I heard that you were being distressed by certain events recently. So, I thought I would make this. It will, upon activation, it will exude the smell of lavender. It's supposed to be deeply soothing. I hope that it helps calm your mind. She hands it to you.
Oh.
And it's
Well,
basically
thank you, Sylvanas.
basically an electric scented candle.
Thank you, Sylvanas. I will be sure to use it. My apologies. Sylvana, thank you very much. I will be sure to use this, and I hope to get great many use out of it.
Of course, I'm sorry I couldn't think of anything more personal, but I thought it would help.
You only just met me yesterday. I do not expect the treasure trove of gifts, although a candle is quite nice. Thank you.
glad you like it. There's lots of names people were referring to you as. Is there one you would prefer that I use? You would originally said Kliff, but it seems like there is more than meets the eye than that.
You were there during breakfast, yes?
Yes.
Kliff is the spirit that resides in me. They are the person who I made a deal with that I would live their life for them. However, it has come to the point where they have grown violent and angry. That is why I wish to go to the church later, so I may help Kliff move on to the next whatever realm there may be. And afterwards I can be myself. I never had a name, but recently I chose to try and take up the name Paint.
That sounds very
Dramatic and complicated, yes, I know.
yes. Sorry.
No reason why, I understand.
Paint it is.
Those are some quite interesting contraptions that you had before. Did you all make them yourself?
Oh, yes. I crafted them all myself. I am a bit of an artificer.
They are quite fascinating. I could not even come close to comprehending how they work, but they seem quite advanced for anything I know of.
Oh, they're actually quite simple. Once you get down to the actual mechanical workings of them, it mostly involves the utilization of electric and magnetic forces to propel bolts and objects at high speeds.
So you're using a magnet similar to pulling a bit of metal towards the magnet. You're using that force to shoot it off in a distance instead?
She looks very excited now that you're talking about something that she understands. And she goes, yes, I basically create these bolts, which are these particular metal objects. They actually create a certain magnetic field to them, and I use the arcane energies woven into the matrices of these gauntlets to be able to create an opposing field. That way I can be able to rapidly accelerate them into a designated target wherever I decided.
Fascinating. So it's... Apologies. You're speaking much above my education level, but you're saying you're able to propel several bullets forward rapidly using this technique.
Yes, it should be roughly about the equivalent of, I would say, the average heavy crossbow, except obviously with a greater degree of controlled penetration and rapidity in object fire.
Amazing. I've only ever used a bow once or twice before, but it compares nothing to this.
Yes, obviously, a bow is a much simpler object, but of course requires years of training and strength. This, though, if given the proper application and proper utilization by a trained personnel, can be able to create something infinitely more powerful, but also infinitely more controllable, without requiring on brute force alone.
What are you planning to do with it?
Oh, unfortunately, I don't really have the capacity to mass-produce such things like House Caneth could, but I find it that it is useful for self-defense.
You know, I do have connections with the Orient family. If you're looking for a loan of some such, I can put in a good word for you.
Oh, well, loan would be appreciated, if anything, so that I don't feel like quite such a burden to you all, but I think it's fine keeping my devices currently to my just personal usage.
I understand, but I am quite interested in this work. If you are looking for a sponsor at all, feel free to ask, and I can see about making the proper connections.
deeply appreciated. I think that'll be something to consider for the future.
Yes, I'm sure Paige would also be quite happy to continue on with your work. She seemed quite enthralled before.
She seemed actually more interested in just talking about what life was like back in Morgrave, but I would be deeply honored if she was considering of my devices.
Oh, so she was enthralled with you and not your machines. Interesting.
Well, no, not with me, more with my stories. I attended the same
Which are from
university
you.
It's, it's nice to catch up with somebody who understands what it's like, to go to Morgrave.
I'm sure. At this point, I'm guessing the rest of the people
Yep.
walk in.
And at this point, everyone else can come in.
We're home.
Oh, so lovely to have you here. You must look at the drawings everyone has had.
How dead does Kliff look right now?
I've been up for 32 hours now.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, buddy, it looks like you've been up for 32 hours. I don't know, some narration gave me that, but you might have to stay up a bit longer. Lady Ray needs some time to figure out how to deal with the situation, and she'll let us know when she's ready. In the meanwhile, I know you're
Meanwhile,
afraid
look
of
at this drawing. I snap my fingers and a minor illusion of everyone's drawings suddenly appears before the group.
Oh,
says, completely dropping the very important conversation subject, walks up to her drawing and looks at it, and then looks back at Kliff and says, "Did you paint this masterpiece?"
I look over at Lily.
You see Lily's ears are drooped and very red tinged as she's kind of hiding behind Kliff.
Hold on, now, did Lily draw this masterpiece? Oh, I'm not sure about these other two. I feel like the other two got gypped, and she's looking at the masterfully painted one of Jubilee and, like, the Vitruvian Man version of,
Yep.
like, Paige. And
I'm
then looks
glad
at the
you picked
cat
up
doodle
what I
goes,
was trying to do for Paige.
Yes.
oh my gosh!
Jubilee is very much like Mona Lisa, and then and there's the
Wow,
Vitruvian
Paige looks so anatomically correct.
I don't know, I
It's
feel
pretty
like
impressive.
I lucked out and got the real fucking master artist here. Look at this doodle. I mean, look at this masterpiece rolls up the doodle. Sess's sense of aesthetics is totally fucking fucked, by the way.
I like
It's
it.
really nice.
I pet
Paige's face is
Lily.
so red.
Oh, I know where I'm hanging this. Hold on. Wait. These are illusions. Where are the real things? Where are they?
I gestured to the table.
Alright, I'm taking mine and I'm gonna put it somewhere special, Lily, okay? Somewhere we can see it every day. And
I give Lily some head pats and see, I told you.
You sure you like it?
Are you saying I'm wrong? Because I
Well-
could be. Jeez, I don't know.
Of course not, Sess. I'm not an artist, and I made sure to have the little spikes on it for you.
Then, to quote a famous donkey shifter, is a masterpiece. I'm gonna go hang this up in the pantry so every morning we go to eat, we see it. We don't have fridges yet, so this'll do.
Ye old icebox. Yeah.
Yes.
Her ears kind of twitch a little bit as she, it's a big, fangy smile.
And just so you know, Paige, this one was drawn by your college friend here.
Oh goodness, it's beautiful.
I feel like I did not properly understand what we were trying to do. I felt like I was trying to go back to anatomy class. I'm so sorry. I made sure to put pants on it.
No,
Just pants.
Still topless.
it's so accurate. Oh goodness, thank you. Oh,
She's
I don't.
blushing profusely.
She is also blushing profusely.
Paige, perhaps you should draw her in return.
Oh, I mean, would you like me to? I could try.
You don't have to. I don't want to impose on you.
Oh, you know
No,
what?
that's so imposing.
I have an even better idea. How about whenever we have free time again, the two of you can pose together, and I can paint the both of you.
You mean like this?
I was thinking something more in my
Not like
style.
that.
I was thinking something more in my style, where you get to keep your clothes on, if you wish.
That would be much preferred, actually.
So I'm simply trying to be anatomically correct. You could use it for references for clothing fittings. I could design some armor. I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's a really good thing. Thank you so much. You honestly didn't have to. I love it. I love that I'm naked. I mean, no. That's not what I meant.
Says just staring, looking at all
Shavana's like, she went from blushing to just like, she is as red as Jubilee right now.
I go to the bathroom. She just runs away.
Yes,
You
I
end up
have to go
longer
get
than
something
5
from
minutes.
upstairs. I'll be back.
Well, Kliff, I think your first masterclass was a roaring success.
I think so too. And I'm sorry to have interrupted you, Sess. I really wanted to see that reaction.
I don't blame you. It was worth it. But if my sister's in that bathroom for longer than 5 minutes and kicking the door down, it's just, you know, a thing that people do when looking out for each other. Anyways, about well, this is an awkward turn from that. You if Lady Ray can't get the things in order tonight, she did mention that some of the Kalish Tar folk might have a way for you to sleep without losing yourself to your dreams. I don't really know of anyone who could help us there, but if you do, it's a lead to follow up on from now.
Well, then I hope she calls us soon.
Juby, do you happen to know any Kalish Tar folk in this town?
I don't think I do. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm not gonna be gone for too long. I'm just gonna run over to Cryotrixia's and see maybe she has some connections. Oh wait, can we call it? Do we have that ability at this house, God?
No.
Can we call people?
You do not have that ability at this house.
We gotta get those house upgrades in order. God damn.
Yep. You need to get sending stones so you can call people.
You're spending all your money on a healing potion. Such a worthless investment.
Oh yeah, before I forget, here's yours too, Kliffy. So those are both ones I give to Jubilee and Kliff are both potions of common healing. That's 2d4
I
plus
forget,
2.
did we get paid for that last job, by
Yeah.
the way?
You never went in to actually turn in the quest, but yes, I will allow you guys to have done that as like one of your things.
I was like, why am I so poor?
Yeah, you guys made a big deal about how you wanted to huff your way back there, but
I was
promptly
so-
forgot about it. So you all get 100
saying.
gold each for
Hey,
the
yo.
second half of the payment.
And my payment goes right back into health insurance.
Yep.
Capitalism, baby.
You know, House Jarasco, which is the halfling house of healing that actually is like the main corporate distributor of healing potions and healing services outside of the church, they probably would have a health insurance plan people could buy.
That's funny.
You get like X amount of potions per month
Yep,
depending on your
for your
plan.
premium. You have
Really
a
quick, can
copay
I-
of like 10 gold for your healing potions.
we don't have to RP this, but can we just
Yeah.
hand wave and say that during my like trip of like visiting a bunch of people, I went to the bank to deposit that 100
Yeah,
gold
yeah,
in the
yeah, that's fine.
vacation account? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm happy to sit here and wait until get the call from the church to come on down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it might not be today. She's got to do a lot of research and I don't know. This doesn't seem like something that should be rushed. out of character. I don't want to eat up any more RP time, but like, can we just like? I'm just gonna run to Cryotrixias and like, we don't have a phone plan. Do you know any Kalishtar that can help us?
I do not know any of they mostly reside amongst the nations. Perhaps somebody in the international settlement?
I'm so sorry for bothering you this late at night. You enjoy your dinner with your daughter. I'm so sorry. We just a lot's going on. Thank you for being an amazing host.
Thank you before you ran off. I was going to say I don't mind. I'll just keep staying up until
you know what exhaustion does to you.
Yes.
Listen.
No,
Kliff, you can't stay up forever. I mean, if we suspect the worst is going to happen and Kliff isn't going to want to go, you're going to need your strength too.
It's okay. I have faith that the solution will come soon.
Eventually, Savata will come downstairs and not picking up the tenor of the area, she will pull out a comb for Jubilee.
Oh, what's this for? What is this for?
I wanted to create something for each of you as thanks for letting me stay here for now. It is a brush that should, through mild heat magic, which should be able to help straighten your hair and work out tangles. That seemed to be an issue that you had this morning.
This is really lovely, Sylvana. Thank you, and it's sure to make my morning routine a little easier.
I'm happy to hear that. You press the little switch here, and that will activate the heat magic. And you should be able to run it through your hair, and in theory, it should be able to straighten out any tangles or curls very quickly.
This is perfect. Thank you. I'm probably going to have to keep it hidden from Magnolia. She'll probably want to use it herself too.
Oh, I didn't have enough objects for Magnolia.
Oh no! It's I'm only teasing. I can share it with her if she wants it.
Okay. Well, thank you for everything.
Of course. Thank you again. It's a very nice gift.
And then she'll go over to Cess, and she will give you what looks to be like a lipstick applicator. Here you go, Cess. I made this for you. It is a balm that you should be able to apply as a slight numbing agent to any bruises or scrapes or logs that you encounter.
She handed me that, right?
Yeah.
And you said BALM bomb, right?
Yeah, bomb.
Because I thought it was the other bomb for a second.
It's a lipstick applicator, basically. It's like a tiger bomb that she's giving you.
Got it. Sylvana lip balm.
So you put it on your injuries, and it's supposed to kind of numb the pain a bit. She gives you some icy hot.
Oh, okay, got it. Icy hot numb bomb.
Yes.
Thanks.
It uses a little bit of flame magic to soothe the muscle, and then some ice magic to chill it and help relieve any swelling.
Interesting. I'll keep it in mind. At least I appreciate it. It's a good gift.
I'm sorry I couldn't come up with anything else. I just kind of worked off of what I saw in the train as what would probably be a little useful to you.
Sylvana, did I ask you for anything in particular?
No.
Then you did a damn fine job, sweetie, okay?
Okay, I'm glad you like it. I just wanted to thank you for everything.
Don't worry about it. If you're pulling your weight around here, you can stay around here, all right? Besides, after seeing the gift you gave to my sister, I think I got off lucky.
Oh, that wasn't the gift I was giving Paige. I was asked to do that by Paint.
Oh, so you have something else in mind for my sister?
Yes, of course. I was going to make something for everyone.
They are already quite close, aren't they?
Paige is in the room, right?
She is, but like in the corner covering her face.
Okay, then I'm not going to say what to say. All right.
Well, then I'll just finish this now. Tearing off the Band-Aid. She walks up to Paige and she's holding a picture frame. And when you look at it, it is a picture of that elf and that dwarf. And if you like look at it from one angle, it does like that 3D thing of like them kissing. Depending on how you look at it, it's them like looking into each other's eyes or them kissing.
Oh, wow! Oh my goodness!
I just know you also like that book series, so I thought it would be fun. I tried to best represent how I thought they looked based on the narrative descriptions.
No, it's exactly how I imagined them to be. It's almost too perfect. It's like you just read my mind.
I just thought it would be fun. I remember seeing you with the book and how much you liked it, and you know, I also liked it, and I just wanted to give something for everyone, as thanks for letting me stay here.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, this is too much. I really appreciate it, though.
Of course, if you want something else, just let me know, and I'll destroy it on the spot, and I'll make something different.
Oh dear.
You are so talented. Thank you. I couldn't ask for anything else.
It's just something minor. But yes, if you all need anything else, then I can craft whatever you need.
You've already done so much. We appreciate it. Thank you. We definitely might need your services in the future.
Yeah, it's the least I can do to help you all. Yeah. And she will scamper away.
Hold on, where are you going?
I stepped away. I gave the gift. I didn't want to feel like I was pressing too deeply in on any of you.
You're not. You can stay here, you know. There's no rush for you to go hide in a corner somewhere, yeah?
Sure. Yeah.
You're still a little anxious around this, yeah? I mean, not even counting what happened with my sister, but like with me, Juby, and Kliff too, yeah?
Well, yes, a bit. I don't really know any of you very well, and you've done so much for me. I don't really know how to behave or react.
And you were just given a truckload of information at once, so come on, take a seat. Let's just hang out. Talk. Whatever.
Would you guys like any tea or coffee or maybe something harder?
Coffee would be nice, please. Thank you.
I am this close to running back out there again to look for a Kalishtar. I swear to God.
I'll be fine. I have faith that the solution will come soon.
Okay, how about this? If you go to sleep and you wake up as your evil half, I'll punch him until you come back out. Sound fair?
Sounds fair.
So get your fucking sleep tonight, okay?
Okay.
And if my fists don't work well, I mean, Sylvana's is, those those could probably punch a ghost. I'm not gonna lie. Like me, I'd probably need some holy water, but Sylvana's. You're fine punching a person that just woke up, right, Sylvana?
Well, not if they're a friend.
She hasn't met the other half yet, so you're not friends yet. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
But if I do have some capability, and you see her gauntlets she's always wearing start crackling with electrical energy.
Looks down at them a bit fearful, but at the same time is just really tired, so it's kind of just like,
Yeah, Lady Lori will fix you up by the time of the exorcism.
Paint will go ahead and just start drinking coffee and just enjoy the rest of the day until they hear word from the Silver Flame.
Lily will eventually prepare dinner with Nezca and Shavana and get everything made for you guys, get a nice meal, and then after dinner, for your nightly hours, what do you all wish to do before bed? And does Paint actually intend on going to sleep?
We can all sleep in the living room together in case something happens.
I was
watches?
just about to suggest the same thing. If you're feeling worried about, any kind of retaliation from Kliff, I don't know if it'll manifest in a physical form, but we can keep an eye on you tonight. We can take turns like a watch.
Don't know if that's necessary, but I would appreciate it.
I think it'd make me feel a little better just to, see if there's anything we might be able to do to help.
Okay, and I also think if you're going through something that could potentially hurt your body, I don't know very much about exorcisms, but you might want to get as much rest as you can.
Okay. I trust all of you.
Let me just do one thing really quick.
If
Says walks.
If it appears I am having a nightmare at all, please wake me up.
Alright, I'm gonna do my one thing then. Says is gonna walk up to Kliff and with both her hands, like, grab his head like a watermelon. And look into his eyes.
Crush him!
And looks at them.
I am very uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, this isn't for you, Paint. This is for the cotton candy mess in your head. Hey, listen, so if you've been paying attention, the rest of us, we're not so keen on you, and the original host of this body is not so keen on you. If you've got any last arguments, dictate them now, and if you try anything underhanded, you have, and I turn the head to look at, like, the armament of badass women that will beat the shit out of him if he does something wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is literally all women.
You're right. Is Kliff the only guy?
Yeah, Kliff is the only non-woman here.
I mean, they could become a woman should they so
Yeah,
feel.
yeah.
This is
I
true.
have the PNGs ready.
The genders are at their disposal. But yeah, it's like says with a cross, not even a sword, just like a loaded crossbow. Sylvana with her thunder gauntlets, Juby with just Juby. It's just Juby, not even ready, but already a threat. Lily doesn't know why, but she's posing up with the knives. It's gonna happen. I turn the head to look back at me. I hope you understand that you got yourself in this situation, all right? Important thing kids have to learn is responsibility, okay? And I shake Kliff's head and tussle his hair and let go. All right. You get your best sleep tonight, all right? The rest of us will take turns watching.
As soon as they lay down on the couch, they're out.
Okay, I think
Thank
Paige...
goodness.
Hmm?
I said, thank goodness.
Yeah, 5 days of no sleeping will kill you. I can only imagine what one day'd do. Okay, I think Paige and Sylvana should take the first watch.
Oh,
Sure, that's fine with me if it's fine with her.
Sure. If that's okay, if you want to be doing a watch with me.
I'd love to watch you. I mean, be on a watch with you. Yes.
Yes, of course. Yes, we'll be watching paint together. Yes, obviously.
Yes.
You know, I picked you too because I figured you'd make the most noise to wake us up earlier. But if that's a problem, like,
No,
No.
it's fine. It's fine.
you sure?
Yes.
GB, I don't know. You're a professional. Do you think these two can handle it?
Well, I think so, and, I think they seem to get along just fine, and a little bit of conversation is okay while you're on the job, helps keep you awake as well.
Okay, cool. Let's, Lily, do you mind? I'm assuming Lily heard the entire fucking plan of beating up a possessed Kliff if they wake up.
Yeah.
Lily, could you tell the other retainers really quick, and maybe we can all sleep in the living room just in case?
Okay. I'll go.
Don't tell Magnolia, though.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to be the one to break that news, listen, it's your sister, all right? As a fellow sister, I can understand.
I should have asked Kliff before we went to sleep. It doesn't feel right divulging secrets that aren't mine.
Listen, on the bright side, this is for a greater cause. This is for safety, and also I know your sister's been kind of crushing on the not Kliff in the room, so maybe she should know.
Yeah, she's not real subtle, is she?
Yeah, no, I could looks back at Paige and Sylvana. I don't know, man. I mean, some boats are less subtle than others,
I think.
What boats? What's this with boats?
Don't worry about it.
I think we should tell
You know what they're going to be
her.
talking about on their shift.
Yeah.
All right, listen. You tell your sister what you think she needs to hear, either to stay up there or to come join us down here. I'm gonna lock up the windows and try to not barricade the door, but make it so that it's a little annoying to open, so that way he doesn't just escape. Okay?
I think it's best if we tell her and have her with us, because if she's the odd one out, she's gonna ask questions anyway, so.
Do you want me to come with you, or do you think this is better one-on-one?
I think I should be the one to talk to her. Thank you, though.
I'll get to locking up the windows and stuff. Good luck, Juby.
Thanks. And I assume she's upstairs. I'll head on up there to the master bedroom.
Yeah, he's just kind of laying on a bed reading a book.
Magnolia, Maggie, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, what's up, Juby?
Well, I hate to spring this on you so quick, but we got a bit of a job to do.
Already? Where are we going?
We're not going anywhere. The job's here. We have someone we need to protect tonight in the living room. I know you haven't been here long, but has Kliff seemed a little odd to you?
She kind of scowls and goes, well, yeah, he's acting like a proper ass.
Well, that's kind of the normal for Kliff, but there's a reason that Kliff hasn't really been much of himself, and that's, you might want to stay sitting. Don't get up just yet.
What's going on, Juby?
That ain't Kliff.
What do you
Not
mean,
really.
Cliff?
Maggie, Kliff died a long time ago. I mean, you were just a You were in diapers when it happened.
That's crazy, Juby. We grew up with Kliff.
I know. That's what I thought too. But just recently, since I took this job working with Kliff, I found out that he's someone else. Someone who has the spirit of Kliff living inside of him.
Wait, he's got Kliff inside. Who is he then?
Well, if you asked him, he'd probably say he's nobody. We're still working on figuring that out. But he goes by the name of Paint. And I know this is a lot, Maggie, and I'm sorry to just thrust this on you all in one go. There's no easy way to divulge all of this, but Kliff has not been kind to him, the spirit, I mean. And the longer that Kliff resides in him, the more dangerous he gets. And it's coming high time that we have to help Kliff pass on. So we're keeping an eye on Paint for the time being, just to make sure the spirit of Kliff doesn't rear its ugly head.
So for all these years, that's just been someone else?
Yeah.
How long have you known?
Not long.
What can we do?
Well, right now he's sleeping, but that's when the spirit seems to be the most active. So we're taking shifts and we're keeping a watch on him, just for now, but we've got some connections with the church who might help us out in a little bit, but we don't know when.
She just kind of looks just very overwhelmed right now.
I know, Maggie. I'm sorry to drag you into all of this, but I had to tell you anyway, because if I didn't want you to feel left out while we're doing do this behind your back, you know? I didn't want you wondering what I'm up to. So that's what I'm up to.
He gets off the bed and opens her closet and takes out a sword scabbard in there and goes, well, you know I always will stand by you, Juby.
Thank you, Maggie.
And
I know this is probably hard for you as well, because I mean you've been sweet on Kliff since we were children. Are you okay?
I think I'm pretty far from okay, but
I know.
you know what Daddy always says, you know, gotta keep your mind on the mission.
Yeah. That's what we gotta do.
Alright, she'll walk by you.
If you need a moment, that's fine. We're not up first, so
I'm just gonna go have some coffee. There's a lot to process.
I know. I'm sorry, Maggie.
I'm sorry too. she'll leave the room. And as you stand there, you see Heel.
She's been thinking about it. I think with this opportunity, this feels kind of like a do or die situation for Paint, so she wants to be the best she can be. And I think she's gonna take this opportunity to go ahead and take out Heel and have a moment and attune to it.
All right. The moment you feel Heel in your hand again, you obviously have been racked with a lot of self-doubt and concerns, but all of that just fades away when you have your hand around it. You feel so confident right now. Like, all of your doubts were foolish. You're obviously going to overcome whatever you face. And you know that this is your place, is leading these people against a foe, a seemingly worthy prey. And you just have this overriding feeling of the world seems sharper to you. Your vision's clearer. You smell more distinctly. You hear more attunely. And you just feel like an apex predator right now. And the entire world is your domain as you hold the sword. And it feels like an extension of your arm to hold it. You move in a way that your flail could never even possibly attain. It's as if it just guides along wherever you sweep it. Lighter than air.
Wow, so that's the power of a magic sword, huh?
You realize that's the power of you. That's the feeling that it gives you. It's not even the sword. This is you. This is what you were always meant to be.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this. And she's gonna... I don't know if it has like a sheath or anything, or if I just drop it to my back, or...
Yeah, you
It's
see
in
that
style, it just-
vines made of leather wrap around the blade when you have an intent to put it away. And it's this elaborate, like, fey design of flower work and horns and hunting paraphernalia as just leather just appears and starts unwrapping it. And a little, like, basically harness for you to put it on a scabbard, basically.
All right. Here we go. And she'll go back downstairs and rejoin everyone in the living room. Well, I told Maggie. She took it about as well as we could hope. So she'll be helping us out tonight.
DM, I don't know if you noticed or not.
I saw you
and
made
feel
a
free
deception roll. Are you actually
Yeah,
trying to sleep? Was that the purpose of the deception roll?
feel free to tell me to re-roll this or not, because I didn't ask you first. But yeah, I'm wanting to make two rules. One was the deception check to like pretend to be asleep, and the second one was a Constitution check to see if I actually fall asleep or not.
All right, yeah, make a Constitution save. All right, yeah, you do a damn fine job. I don't think anybody is trying to heavily scrutinize whether you're sleeping or not. But you can stay awake a while longer.
All right, I'm just gonna fall face down on the couch, just keep pretending I'm asleep, because I really don't want to close my eyes right now.
So, how do we wanna? How long should we do each of our shifts.
Says, tosses a pillow and blanket on the floor, falls on it, and says, I don't care, just wake me up when you're tired.
Okay.
Two or 3 hours will do just fine. Thank you both.
Yes, we have a lot of people that are trying to help, so it'll give us more time to rest.
If you need anything at all, anything looks unsettling or suspicious, you just wake us up, okay?
Mhm. Yes, thank you. Get some sleep.
Yeah. You'll need it.
All right. And she'll sort of prop herself up against on the floor, but her back is against the arm of the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll start to nod off.
Okay. You're gonna have your own dream.
Excellent.
Let's go, baby. Totally not cursed magic item.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So yeah, as you fall asleep, you then find yourself running through mist-cloaked woods, and you smell blood. You smell blood. You smell fear. You smell sweat, and you know that you have to get this. You have to run this down. And you look to your sides, and there is Cess and Paige and Paint, each of which are running alongside of you. You notice that they're smiling almost ferally with you. There is faint spectral collars around their necks and chains leading back to you, but you're operating as a perfect team with you at the lead. And as you pursue this prey, it seemingly goes on for hours internally, mentally, but you move entirely tirelessly, and you've never felt more free and more in control in your life. You're not serving anyone right now. You are leading. You are driving purpose to everything around you. You have absolute control over this world and over your pack. And they look to you for leadership. And when you finally arrive at it, you feel that your hands are now claws of molten metal that is tearing into a some kind of predatory cat that's form seems to move through space and movement just as it's phasing in and out, but it can't escape you, being cornered in between Paige's fire ringing it and Cess pinning it to the ground, holding it in place, as black tentacles wrap around its other paws. You have that motion of tearing into it and ripping out its heart, and you feel the blood pour all over your hands and all over your mouth as you take that bite, and it is intoxicating. That's the dream you're gonna have.
Good.
Just for you.
Just for you. And yeah, and so Silvata will just be kind of awkward standing there. I guess I could take this opportunity to work on some of my devices.
Oh, Bort, don't let me stop you if you're busy. But do you mind if I observe a little bit?
Oh, of course. If you want to watch, I don't know if you took any practical artifice as any of your electives.
I actually was about to consider it, but wasn't quite sure if I'd be good at it.
Oh, I'm sure that if you have, if you're experiencing the chronotherapy system, that this would be pretty simple for you. It's just a simple act of imagination more than anything else.
Imagination? Oh, that's so interesting. I'd love to learn more and at least to get a head start on it.
Oh, well, of course. And she will kind of excitedly take out some various bits of, like metal and cloth and leather and stuff. She goes, the fundamental principle of artifice is figuring out how to properly craft the formula for what you're trying to see brought into reality. And so, for instance, you have all of the world's magic at the tips of your fingers, and you just have to figure out what you need to apply where. And she'll take out some of the metal and be like, for instance, do you know, well, of course you know, I saw you use it, you know Firebolt is a cantrip? Well, you want something that can create flame on demand? You just simply have to figure out the way to interface that principle into the object itself. And she takes some of the metal and she like holds it in front of you as she starts like carving runic symbols into it. And there you go. And then you once you've got the proper the proper matrices in place, all you have to do is to will it into being and see your imagination brought to life. And you see it then, starts turning purple and pink and red and blue, and it's like little flame just appears with different colors.
Wow, this is beautiful. Oh my, and you can do all of this?
Yes, I've studied it a lot. My main focus, of course, was dealing with autonomous locomotive constructs, but stuff like this is pretty beginner level.
Oh, I would very much love to learn the basics. If you ever have time, that is.
Well, I guess if I'm going to be here a while, I can show you a few things.
Yes, please. If it's not too much trouble, I really like to learn.
What do you want to have? Do you have familiarity with runic matrices?
Well, yes, a bit. I do.
Oh, and then she will go and hand you one of the other like metal tubes and goes, then please feel free to try and duplicate what I created.
Oh, of course. She will definitely try to attempt to.
You notice you struggle because you're just not used to carving into metal and stuff into all these flowing patterns, and she'll put her gauntlet on your hand to kind of help you follow the right trail on it. She goes, see, it's all about the flow. You have to make sure that you're doing it into continuous controlled motions like this.
She seems slightly distracted because of the gauntlet on her hand. That her hands are trembling a little bit. She is slowly getting the hang of it.
Yep. Now, obviously, of course, you don't understand the how to do the proper infusion, but what is the phrase you use for your firebolts?
Phrase?
Your arcane signature. The fabric of the weave that you lace into your words to make magic real, tangible.
I guess it's more of a thought process. I've never quite said anything verbally, or, well, aside from maybe shouting a little, I hadn't used it very often until dire circumstances.
Oh, intriguing. Well, then, hold this between your hands and think of think of the words to make it light.
Words to make it light. Like a catchphrase?
Sure.
Okay. What about, catchphrase. That might take me a minute to decide.
No, it's just you don't have to overthink it. Just what does your heart say?
Like, you mean like an attack? Like,
Sure. Whatever makes the flame flow through you.
The word ignite comes to mind.
All right. Ignite it is. And as you hold the object, she'll then put her gauntlets over your hands onto the matrices, and she'll look down at it and she'll go, ignite. And you see the flame pop out again from the device that you carved. See? It's all about imagination. There is no literal correct way of creating the flow of the magic. You just have to design it. It's all like, like when you're doing a blueprint or a portrayal of like a plant or an animal. You create the design and then you just breathe life into it.
See, I usually think so logical. It's hard to imagine it, but I think I'd like to use my imagination a bit more. It's amazing what you could create.
I'm a bit more restricted in what I can do versus probably what you're capable of, but it's incredible how magic can become so physical and just always present. That's one of that kind of bringing magic to life was why I started doing this in the first place. And it's what my father taught me.
Oh. He raised a wonderful daughter. A very smart one indeed.
I wish I had been a bit smarter along the way.
Well, we're all learning one step at a time, and I'm glad that you're here, that we can learn from each other.
Yeah, I would love to hear about how you can control the flow of time. I didn't take any classes on chronotherapy, but I can imagine it could be immensely practical for my own forms of propulsion for my devices.
Oh, certainly. Of course, it helps a little bit if you were to make a mistake. You can do a little bit to rewind it, but yes, of course, I'd love to.
Wonderful. You'll have to show me, hopefully at better times. She gestures to Kliff.
Oh, right. Yes, we should watch him.
We should.
Just kind of sit in silence for a little bit.
Yeah. And she'll give you your little metal tube to keep. You made this. Maybe one day you'll be able to to activate it yourself.
Thank you. I'll cherish it.
It's nothing. All this magic kind of takes it out of you a bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but it's been extremely helpful for what we've been doing, and I want to put it to more practical use as well.
Hopefully soon. She kind of yawns.
You can go to sleep if you'd like. I'll stay up the rest of the hour and then wake up Jubilee.
I'll just close my eyes a little bit. But I'll still be awake.
Okay.
She kind of leans down against the couch, and her the metal disc that she usually has with her sprouts its metallic spider legs and crawls over to her and wraps around her. And yeah, so the rest of your shift will go by uneventfully. Kliff, do you want to make another Constitution save?
Yes, please.
Yep.
That is a 13.
Okay.
In my head, the DC was 15, but
Yeah.
that's up to you to decide, really.
Yeah. So this time you go to sleep.
Damn it.
And you find yourself in darkness. And then you see I have to jazz music stops this. And you see that while you're sitting in darkness, there is a pink light that gets closer to you. And you see Kliff, the child, and behind Kliff, you see that the pink light casts an enormous shadow of a being significantly larger and more alien than Kliff. And child's face is shrouded in darkness with the pink energy emanating from him. And then goes, "You want to get rid of me. You don't want to be with me anymore. You want to break your word."
Kliff, it is for your own good. You
You
shouldn't be here any longer.
You made a deal. You said we would be together forever.
That was before you started going mad.
I'm not mad. I just wanted... You said you would live my life. You would give me what was taken away from me.
Can't keep doing that, Kliff. I thought I could before, but it's too much. And the things you want me to do are... they're getting stranger, darker.
You won't leave me. I'm a part of you. I'm the only reason you're here. You were nothing before me.
I know. But that doesn't mean I can't make something of myself now.
No! You can't. You're mine. You belong to me. You can't leave me. You won't leave me here alone in the dark anymore. I won't allow it. I can't allow it. He lifts up the face that's shrouded in darkness, and you just see two large pink glowing eyes. That's the only thing apparent in their face. As they reach out
to you.
And you feel appendages gripping your flesh.
Ah!
and it
Kliff, you must stop.
holds out its hand towards your chest where your fake dragon mark is. You're mine. You're Kliff. I'm with you. I will not be taken from you. You can't leave me. You're
Kliff, no.
mine.
You must stop. Kliff, no.
And it presses its hand against your chest, and you feel searing pain as your skin is ripped open. And you see a form of a mangled, twisted unicorn blazoned on your chest now in pink energy and pink light. You are marked. You're marked like I am. Now we're together forever. I'm a part of you. You're a part of me. We're here. I won't be alone. You can't leave me. I won't be in the darkness anymore. I won't be. You can't leave me. You can't leave me.
I don't want to leave you, but I want to make sure you can go somewhere better. And if you stay here for much longer, I fear where you will go will not be so good.
You look wrong. You're wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. And it starts putting its hands on your face, and you feel your flesh begin to start twisting underneath its hands. Bones are popping and cracking into place as it pulls your hair and turns it pink and basically makes you look like Kliff again. Every time you try to shapeshift, it just will start re-twisting your body back into that form. And for people outside of the Kliff experience, who wants the second shift?
Excuse me, I think Paige said she was gonna wake up Jubilee next.
Okay. Paige, you wake up Jubilee. Jubilee, you wake up from that dream you had.
She's gonna take in her surroundings, feeling that adrenaline like coursing through her, and just try to calm down. Like that was a wild ride. So just give a little nod to Paige and say, all right, I can take over.
Are you all right? Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, I'm all right. I was just having a really vivid dream, but no, I'm okay. Thank you.
Oh, all right. If everything's okay, do you need me to stay up with you?
I mean, if you want, you don't have to. You did your shift. You go to sleep. You get some rest.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm here if you need me, okay?
Thank you. Sylvana asleep?
Yes, she went to sleep just a little bit before I did.
That's all right. She needs some rest too.
All right
All
then.
right. Good night.
Good night.
Jubilee, as you're awake, you begin to see Paint's body begin to writhe, and you see that pink light begins emanating from them as you hear the sound of flesh tearing as
No.
their form tries to shift back to nobody, but then is seemingly getting peeled in front of you back, like somebody is ripping that off and reapplying layers of Kliff's skin and hair and everything back onto his body.
She's gonna try, before waking everybody else up, she's gonna try to like forcefully wake him up, like grab his shoulders, full bodied, like wake up.
You get to feel the bones shifting under his skin as you do it, and you see that that pink unicorn appears on his chest where his dragon mark usually is, as it is just ripped open in front of you.
God, Kliff! All right. Everyone up. And I'm gonna just shout up, everyone. Please get up, please.
Oh,
Please.
oh,
Kliff.
Am I able to be woken up?
No, you are not able to be woken up. As your flesh is being changed, you then get the feeling of, you're mine now and forever. You made a deal. You don't break your word to me, to us. I will not be alone. You go back where you belong. I will be here from now. I will give the life that you try to take from me. And you feel yourself falling back into the well of darkness.
No.
I got a
You know,
bit
like-
of a crazy idea.
Can I try and grab the edge and try and climb out before I'm forced in?
Nope. It all just slides under your fingers.
Got a bit of a crazy idea. Who's got a blade? A small one, preferably. I mean, I got a big one, but I don't want to use it right now.
I got a small razor.
I crossbow.
What? What's going
Sorry,
on?
Hair.
Give me the razor.
Here you go.
I don't know if this will work, but I don't like the sign of this mark. God, Payne, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to carve a line through it to break up that seal.
As you carve through it, you
That's
feel...
across his chest, by the way.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. You feel an incredible burst of energy emanate from him that blasts into you for 7 force damage.
That's alright. Ow.
And it is, the more you keep pushing against it, you have the feeling that more energy is going to assault you. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working.
Oh, this ain't right. This is not right.
He didn't like that fancy sword you had earlier, right? Use that.
I don't know. It's kind of a big sword.
Stab him with it. Just hold it against him or something.
All right. And I'm gonna take out heal. I'll unsheath it and just sort of, as a trial, I'm just gonna sort of place it on top of him just to see if there's any reaction.
There is not.
I don't think that's working.
Oh god, I can't believe we're rushing him to the ER at this time of night. Should we just rush him to the church?
Yep. Maybe we should take him there. Maybe that was the plan, wasn't it?
Yes, I think
I'm gonna pick him up, huff him over my shoulder like a potato sack. I'm like, all right, are we going?
Okay, Lily, can we hail a carriage? Is it possible this time of night? Are we just booking it? We're just booking it, I think.
Yeah, you could just book it. To the church. When Kliff is no longer being attacked by the knife, he stops projecting those black arrows of energy that you saw him use in his form of dread. And Lady Ray will open the door. You guys banging on it?
Oh yes.
He's glowing. We don't know what to do.
I'm so sorry, but I know you said you would call for us, but something awful is happening.
All right. Bring him in.
All right.
She's wearing just she's not wearing her usual robes or anything. She's just got a loose Thrain Templar tunic and trousers on. And she goes, "What happened?"
He fell asleep and I don't know, he just started convulsing and his flesh and hair and bones just all started changing, and then this mark appeared on his chest. I thought that might have something to do with it, so I tried to carve it out, and that just made it worse, and now we just don't know what to do.
All right, stand back. This is a now or never situation. You should ready yourselves. I need to commune with the flame, and you will have to ensure that nothing happens to me while I do this.
All right, we got your
Got two
back.
bodyguards ready.
Here.
And with that, she sits down at the altar of the silver flame and gets back into her lotus. And you hear her speaking Celestial as we will end here for tonight.
Dun dun dun.
What will happen next time?
I'm gonna punch a kid.
Punch a ghost child. We're gonna curb stomp this ghost child.
Actually, no, I'm gonna shish kebab him because I have a new toy.
All right, everyone. I hope you had fun tonight.
Yeah, this was great.
Yep, that cliffhanger.
What a cliffhanger.
But yeah, I hope you all had fun tonight with our slice of life that then led into disaster. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all coming back after a couple week hiatus. We will hopefully be back here on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern for some Fallout New Vegas. I'll let you know if I'm feeling well enough for it then. But I hope. Apparently, all of the Nightbot stuff is broken, which is odd. So I'll have to get that corrected. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. I hope you had fun. Be sure to check out these wonderful people who can link their Twitches into chat right now if they are so inclined. Since Nightbot is broken.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited. Next time we will deal with the exciting exorcism of Kliff/Paint. Be sure to check out all of these wonderful people, especially go check out Yulia tomorrow for her birthday celebration. I have to caveat that because it's not actually her birthday. That's the because she's a liar.
Give her a whole early birthday.
Yeah. But,
I swear I'm not a liar.
It's okay. We still love you.
Yep. I hope you all had fun. Oh my gosh, Nightbot's broken. I can't do my raid message. Cringe. We're still gonna raid somebody, but you guys can, I don't know, say whatever you want.
Here, check this out.
Wow, thank you,
Wow,
Scar.
thank you for the resub.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Alrighty, we are going to raid somebody tonight. I hope you all have fun. I will upload this video to YouTube soon for anybody who wants to rewatch it / catch the VOD. Yeah, I'm sure that people have lots of thoughts about what's going on. Okay, so let me just
remember your lesson from today's stream, everyone. Sleep equals bad, so stay up as long as you can.
That's a lie.
Fuck?
Please don't listen to Litro in anything they say.
Sleep is good for you.
Yep.
Oh, and anything. I guess I will ignore the DM this Friday. Banger. All right, thanks. Off.
Banger alert. Banger alert.
Banger alert.
Thank you, Scar.
Scar is the number one.
There we go. Thank you, Scar. So now we have a raid message. Who are we gonna raid?
Holy shit, Scarth, what a Chad.
Garth is ultimate Chad.
Scarth they're a VIP for a reason. Very important peach. All right, so we're doing D&D. Let's go raid Demon Queen Vivi. She's doing artwork right now. She's a very talented artist and modeler. So I need to raid her. It's been a while since I've raided her. Alrighty. Got our raid messages copied down. The Eternal Knights come bearing hugs in the gayest way possible.
Thank you again. It's good to be back.
Yes, I hope you all had fun. We will hopefully be back for more D&D the following Monday.
I had so much fun pushing the two smart kids together into my own little ship. And then immediately
get that boat.
And then immediately get sucker punched by a little kid ghost.
Happens to the best of us.
Sometimes
Alright.
it just be like that.
All right, everybody, let's get this raid on the roll. I hope you all have a great night and the sweetest of dreams. Bye.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Actually, sleep. Don't listen to what I said.